Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to DIY Art Class. So today I'm gonna draw a snowman. I'm gonna paint a snowman, and it's super simple. Everybody can paint it. So go grab your canvas, maybe a cardboard or watercolor paper, or let's start painting. So like I mentioned this before that this is super easy painting. I'm gonna draw a snowman, paint a snowman, and you can also paint this with your kids. So kids can also have fun painting this. It's super easy, trust me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you all the materials as I'm going, but make sure you grab a cup of water. And if you enjoy watching this video and like painting with me, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Alright, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. And if you're new here, make sure you also subscribe to my channel. Alright, so now let me show you what I'm using. I'm using this canvas. It's 8 by 10 size of canvas. Again, you don't have to paint on a canvas. You can also paint on a watercolor paper, or maybe a cardstock paper, or maybe on a cardboard. Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna use my round brush. Mostly it's like this. You can use any size. This one I cannot even see the size on this brush, so sorry. Alright, so first I'm gonna draw a snowman. So if you want to help your kids with just a drawing, and then kids can paint, okay? And here I'm just gonna draw a nice, very easy and very simple snowman. So I'm just gonna start drawing a big nice head. So I'm gonna draw, let's say, a nice head right here. Doesn't have to be perfectly circle. If you want to use a kind of a stencil, or maybe some kind of a lead like that, you can also use that, but I'm just gonna go for it and draw a big circle. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw another circle on the bottom, just a little half circle. Okay, so here's my snowman base. Now I can start adding a hat. You can also add a earmuff if you like, but I'm just gonna stick with the very simple is a nice big hat. So for the hat, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little line right here, nice little curvy line. Okay, and then little curvy line here, and here. Now you can also use a eraser to erase this line here, because we're not gonna paint white on that area. So but you can also keep it if you want to, because it's very easy to hide your pencil line with the acrylic paint if you're using acrylic paint. Okay, and the top of the head, again, it's nice little curvy and nice little pom-pom on the top. Oh, so cute already it's looking. Okay, now I'm gonna add a nice big scarf. Okay, so a scarf, again, it's nice little curvy like that, and another line next to that like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna also add a drape coming down, right? So I'm just gonna add a drape from here to here, and also another line on that side. Okay, and I also want to add a nice big pom-pom like that over here. So nice big pom-pom right here. Now if you want to erase the line inside, if you are working on a watercolor paper or a cardboard paper, you can also do that. So I'm also gonna erase it with you, so that you also know which line I'm also erasing here. Okay, so alright, so here's the nice outline for our snowman. Now I'm also gonna add a nice little circle for the eyes, and a little nose, a carrot nose. Okay, so I'm gonna add a nice big nose. So let's say I'm gonna add a carrot nose, maybe right here. So I'm gonna add a nice little C here first. Nice, like a long C here. Okay, and then you can just add a straight line if you like. So I'm just gonna start with the straight line. So here's my carrot nose. Now I don't want a straight line here. I want to make it more cuter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a kind of a curvy line for the carrot too, just like we did here. So like that, you know, same thing on the bottom, like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase that straight line. I don't want any straight line. Okay, that is cuter. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add nice little circle for the eyes, and I'm kind of adding it more like together like that. Okay, and a nice big smile. Okay, so for the smile you can also add those you know, traditional, like a kind of a little dot if you want to, like a dot smile. But I'm gonna add a smile that looks like this, kind of, you know, a little line here, nice smile, and then like a backward C over here, like that. Okay, so here's my snowman. Now let's start coloring of a snowman. Okay, so first I'm gonna start coloring my snowman from the top, and I'm gonna work my way down. Okay, so that you don't cover your hand, right? Okay, so I'm gonna think about what color do you want for your head and your scarf. I'm gonna use blue and red for my scarf and my head. Okay, so my pom-pom is gonna be blue. So I'm just gonna take my blue. I'm just using a regular blue here, and I'm just gonna start coloring. Now you don't have to follow your pencil line. It's okay if you are a little bit inside or a little bit outside of your pencil line. It is completely fine, okay? So right now all I'm focusing on right now is to color my whole scarf, and then we can add the details later. Okay, so here I color my pom-pom. Okay, now I also want to add the blue on my this area. Now again, do the outline very slowly. You don't have to rush. Okay, I run out of my blue, so I'm gonna grab a little blue. You can also turn on some music, have chat with your friends if you are painting with your friends. And at any time, if you feel like you have any question, just let me know in a comment. I love to hear what you have to say, what you are thinking, what question, if you have any question. Okay, so here is my nice blue color I applied. Now I'm gonna clean my brush. So every time you are done with using that color, make sure you clean your brush. So the best way to clean your brush is touch the bottom of your cup and go in a circular motion like that. If you do it that way, it will be so much easier to clean your brush without any mess. Okay? So now I'm gonna work on my this area, and here I want to use red. So I'm just gonna use my red, and I'm just gonna work on the edges first. And then I'm just gonna fill everything inside. Okay, I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on my eyes here. So actually we're gonna work on the eyes later at the end mostly, I think. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, okay, so I'm gonna add some white on my snowman face. So I'm just gonna take some white. Now if you're working with the watercolor, you can skip this part, and what you can do instead of that is whatever color you are using in the background, you can just apply that on the edges right here, and that's all you have to do. Or you can just wait until you do the background. Okay, and it should be the same thing. All right, so you can skip this part and work on the next part. Okay, so but if you are working with acrylic paint, you can do this part. You know, sometimes you don't even have to do this part when you are working on the canvas, because it's already white, right? So you don't even have to do this part, but I'm still gonna do it. Okay, that was quick because it was white on white. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna work on this scarf right here. Now again, think about what color you want to use. So I want to use maybe a red for this two area, and blue for the pom-pom. Here I'm just gonna use my red, and I'm just gonna cover my scarf. So do you see how I'm doing the outline? Just do the outline first. It will be so much easier for you to do this part. And then fill everything inside. Okay, I'm also gonna cover this bottom. Okay, so I still can see my pencil line. So whenever I want to add the other color, I can do that very quickly. But right now, remember, we are only focusing on to cover everything first, and then we're gonna add some details. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my brush, and then I'm gonna add blue for the pom-pom. So I'm just gonna use my blue. Nice big pom-pom. Okay. Alright, so now here I clean my brush. Now I'm gonna add the eyes and also the color on my nose. And for the nose, I'm gonna use my orange color. So I kind of run out of my orange, so I'm gonna have to make my orange using yellow and the red. Okay, so if you don't have the orange, you can also make your colors like that. Mix your red with the yellow to get a nice orange. This is completely up to you how dark, how light you want. Okay, I want to make it a little bit more lighter. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover my whole big nose, carrot nose, with my orange. Okay, I like that. That is so cute. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna clean my brush and add some black using my small brush. Okay, I'm gonna use my small brush for this part, and I'm just gonna use my black, and I'm gonna cover my whole eyes with that color. You just have to work a little slow on this part, so take your time. You don't have to rush. This is looking already so cute. Okay, same thing on the other side for my other eyes. Now both of your eyes doesn't have to be same size, okay? This is so cute. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so now I also wanna add a nice big smile here, so I'm just gonna add a nice smile. So I'm just using my paint and brush, but if you want to use a Sharpie, maybe you can also use a Sharpie or a marker. But it's a lot of fun also when you use paint and brush, right? Okay, that is so cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean my brush, and I'm also gonna add. Okay, let's start working on the background first. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't cover these two area with the white because, as you can see, you don't really see any difference between this white and this white, so there is no point of adding any white here, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna work on my background. Now you can use any color for your background. I'm just gonna use black. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my big brush, and I'm just gonna use my black paint. Okay, so again, you can use any color you like. You don't have to use the color I'm using. Okay, but make sure you don't cover this two area because it's a part of a snowman body. Okay, so let me add a line here first, so that by mistakenly I don't even add any color here. Okay, so you can also turn your canvas however you are comfortable with. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding the outline because that's how I always like to work, because it's so much quick and so much easy to cover everything else once you do the outline. So as you can see, I'm using my big brush, but you can also use your small brush for mostly the outline part if you want to, you know. So right now I'm just using this black. Might use a different color later, but I'm just gonna start with the black. So if you are having hard time with the sharp line, there is a trick you can try. Is in your paint, just take maybe 2 to 3 drops of water with just a small amount of paint. You don't have to take the whole glob of paint on your plate you have. Just take a little bit and then very slowly work like that on the edges, and you will have a nice sharp line. Okay. So this part is gonna take a little time, so you can just take your time. You don't have to rush. If you feel like I'm going too fast, and if you are not done, you can always pause the video and then start when you are done. So just in case if you guys don't have any art things with you and you are really interested in painting, I also sell paint at home kit, which you can also purchase it from my website, and it comes with all the art supplies you need for the painting you pick, and also a step-by-step video like this one, but maybe in a more detail. So you can also get that video. I mean, you will also get that video with the kit. So just in case if anyone here interested in a painting with a bigger group, or just by yourself maybe, and you don't have any supplies and you don't have time to get supplies, but you really wanna do something for yourself and spend a little time with yourself, you can also get that kit from me, and I will pack everything for you and ship it to you. So you can check out my website. I'm gonna also link my website down below. You can check it out. Okay, I'm almost done with my background, and again you can use any color for your background, but I use black paint. Okay, this is really popping up more. That's why I use more darker colors. I also recommend you to use any darker color, or you can also use a lighter color. Why not? I mean, okay, so here I'm all done. Now what I'm gonna do is start adding some details on other stuff. So here I'm gonna clean my brush, and for the details I'm gonna use my small brush. Okay, so the detail I'm talking about is adding some polka dots on my hat here, right? So for the polka dot on my blue, I'm gonna use maybe a white color. So let's say a white. Again, you can use any color you want. Okay, so let's say maybe I'm gonna add a nice big circle like that, and add a nice little polka dots everywhere. You can also add any other kind of pattern if you want to use. You can try maybe vertical lines or anything else, but I believe the polka dots are always so much cuter than anything else. So cute already. Okay, so now I'm also gonna add a little bit of white on my scarf and on this area here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the outline, you can say, mostly, but I'm not gonna touch my black. So I'm just gonna go edges on the edges of my scarf. So like that, I'm just gonna add a little line like that, a line here, so something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add a black. So let me go grab a little black. So for the black, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, so I still can see my pencil line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over that area where I can see my pencil line here. Remember that nice little curvy line here, and also down here. Don't forget this area. Okay, like that. Alright, so now I'm just gonna add a line where I have these stripes coming down. You don't have to add any thin line here, remember that, okay? So my drape is coming from here. Remember, I forgot to add this line here. Okay, that is better. All right, so now I'm also gonna add some white. So I'm gonna clean my brush and add some white. So maybe something like this. Just adding a little curly lines like that, just like we did with our hat on top. This is super quick and super easy painting, and I know your kids can also do this. You can also help them a little bit. All right, so now I'm done with this part. Now I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna add white on my pom-pom here. So I'm just gonna take a little white, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start from this. I'm kind of adding, I don't know if you can see this. Oopsie. Yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a line coming from here. I'm going out like that. You know, nice little pom-pom. Your white might turn black because my background is kind of a little wet, but that's okay. Sometimes messier is better. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the blue. So I'm gonna take a little blue because remember I used blue earlier and I really like the blue there. You can do this part after your black dry if you want to, but I'm just gonna, you know, go for it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing for this little pom-pom I have here. So I'm gonna start with the white and add this kind of line coming from that circle. Think of like a fireworks, you know? Think of like a fireworks, how fireworks look like. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Okay, and then same thing with the blue. Might look a little messier, but that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna stop right here. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my brush. All right, now let's start adding some other stuff. So I really want to add kind of little light blue. So if you don't have light blue, all you have to do is mix your white with a little bit of blue, not too much. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add a kind of light blue on my snowman face like that. Okay, and then maybe a little bit on this side, a little bit on the bottom. Okay, some maybe light on the top. Okay, that's all, and then some on the side here like that. Okay, I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, now I'm gonna add just a plain white on this eyes. So just a little dot of white inside of this little black. So a little white there, a little white here. Oh, okay. Alright, so now I have some snow sitting on this hat. So I'm gonna take some snow, some white, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of placing it on top of this area here. I'm just kind of dabbing like that to make it looks like, you know, the snow is sitting here. You can do it all across the area here, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna apply a little black. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little black and I'm gonna go under that snow. Oopsie, make sure you don't have too much water on your brush. Okay, so again, one more time, little black. I'm just gonna go under my snow and add a little, you can say a shadow. Of that snow. Okay, and on this polka dot, I'm also gonna add a little black. So on the bottom of my polka dot, I'm gonna add a little black. You can keep your polka dots just the way it is if you like, if you don't like this black, or you can use any other color if you want to. But try to stick with the color that we already used, so that it looks like your snowman is kind of, you know, one color. The clothes. Okay, so now here I'm all done. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna add a little black under this blue line there. Okay, I'm also gonna use my black on my carrot nose. So for the carrot nose, what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little outline. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's all I'm gonna do. Okay, since my background is already black, so I'm not adding any black on the tip of the nose. Okay, I'm just gonna add a line with the white. So I'm gonna use white now. Yes, we are cleaning a lot of our brush for these details. But yeah, so here I'm just gonna add a little white. So the snow is also sitting on this tip of this nose on this snowman. Okay, so yeah, okay, so that's all I'm gonna do. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the background and add some, you know, more details, more, you can say, more designs. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it very simple, to be honest. You can use any color you like. I'm just gonna use white and green. So what I'm doing is adding a nice little curvy line like that on the both side of my canvas. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the green. Okay, so same thing again. You can use any color you like. And I'm also gonna add little dots of green, of any color you want to be honest. Okay, I'm also gonna use a little bit of red dot. Again, you can use any color, or you can add anything else if you like. You don't have to use, or you have to add anything that what I'm doing. Okay, I think like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little touch of white on all of this red, and also a little bit of on this green. Okay, all right, so now the fun part I'm gonna do now is adding some splatters. Okay, so for the splatters, I'm just gonna use my white paint and just water. Okay, so I already mixed my water with the whole lot of, I take a lot of paint. Sorry. Okay, so here I take a lot of water with just a tiny bit of paint. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add splatters like this. There are so many other ways you can do it, but I'm just gonna do this very easy, simple way. This is looking so cute. I love this. I'm also adding some splatters on my snowman scarf and my hat. Okay, so yeah, here I'm all done with this painting. What do you think? Make sure you sign your painting. Yeah, you made this, right? So make sure you also sign your painting. And here I'm all done. If you have any question, let me know in the comment, and I'll get back to you. And also, if you enjoy watching this and painting with me, make sure you like this video and also subscribe to my channel. Alright, so yeah, here I'm all done. Thank you so much for painting, and I'll see you next time for another painting or maybe a DIY. Alright, take care. Bye.